John Fury's back at it again, and this time he's taking shots at Mike Tyson and Joe Egan both. Now, if you've been living under a rock, John's been itching to find the perfect opponent for his epic boxing clash. And from the looks of it, this guy can't seem to negotiate with anyone. Well, you know what that means? He's confronting them for faking contracts with him and never coming through with them. There's a lot to discuss in today's video, so without further ado, let's dive deep into it. But before we jump into John Fury confronting Mike Tyson and Joe Egan in his new interview, let's rewind a bit and talk about his new beef with Joe Egan. Get this, Big Joe Egan called Fury out for an epic showdown in Saudi, which, let's be honest, is exactly what John's been wanting for a long time now. The former Birmingham Lord has been out of the ring for 20 years now, but he's ready to make a return to the ring for a last fight before he calls it quits for real. Now, our guy Egan over here isn't one to take lightly, right? I'm sure you know about the time he single-handedly saw off a gang of raiders at his pub, and Mike Tyson named him the toughest white man on the planet for a reason. John's been looking for some good competition in the ring, and Egan just might be the answer to all his prayers. The former Birmingham boxer fired shots at Fury and said he was all bark, no bite. Of course, this rubbed John the wrong way. He isn't one to stay shut and listen. This Brit fires back, and that's exactly what he did. Now, before we get to what he said, Mike Tyson weighed in on this matchup too, and he's Team Joe all the way. Not only that, but he sent John a brutal warning ahead of this fight call-out. Get this. Tyson took to social media to call out Fury on behalf of Joe Egan, who sparred with the legendary boxer during his professional career. Although, let's not forget that Egan was a national amateur champion who only had 4 professional bouts, with his record standing at 3-1. So there's not really a lot of him that we've seen in the ring. Egan and Tyson are tight, so when John was going on about fighting Iron Mike, it pissed Egan off. I'm sure you know about the whole John Fury versus Mike Tyson fiasco that has been going on for months now. These two were supposed to step into the ring together as a pre-fight bout for Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou, but their fight couldn't see the light of day. In a recent video, Iron Mike said, "John Fury, you've got my friend Joe Egan really mad at you saying you wanted to fight me. And he also told me that you told Russell Crowe that he was a fraud." So Joe Egan is looking for John Fury, okay? And if I'm able to see that fight, I hope it's not in England because I'm a felon, I can't go to England. But he's coming for you, John Fury, for my honor. Here's how John responded to all this. John's been wanting to fight for a long time now, so there was no way on earth he was going to let this opportunity slip by. But if you know anything about the heavyweight world champion's dad, it's that he likes to have things on his terms. Hear me out. John has agreed to step into the ring with Joe Egan on one condition. He'll put on the gloves if KSI pays him the 200k pounds he owes him? Yep, you heard that right. The demand stems from a bet that John and KSI agreed on before the YouTuber's fight against Tommy Fury last October. John bet that Tommy would win by stoppage, although he was taken the distance by KSI. KSI turned on his word and never paid the guy anything. That's just unfair now, isn't it? Fury said, "Okay, Joe Egan, here is where it's at. You're saying KSI is backing you for millions of pounds when they can't pay me the 200k that they owe me. Tell that rat next to you, that pineapple, wire me my money across that he owes me, and once it's in my account, we might be able to do some business." Egan has claimed that KSI's Misfits boxing promotion is prepared to stage a fight between him and John, who recently called out former world champion Carl Froch for a fight. John was unhappy with comments made about his son Tyson, and Egan has slammed the 59-year-old for swerving him. Egan believes that John is trying to duck him with these demands and is terrified to step into the ring with him. Well, saying he's terrified is a stretch. The man's just trying to get his money back. And if Misfits is willing to set up a multi-million-dollar fight, then giving him his 200k pounds won't be much of a deal, right? Egan said, "John Fury, why are you avoiding me? Saying there is no money in fighting me? I've stepped up to the mark, John. You're throwing out challenges to Mike Tyson and Carl Froch? Who are you going to challenge next? Step up to the challenge in front of you. Don't swerve me, John, because I'm ready to fight." John Fury's biggest focus has been on him getting a money fight. Here's the thing, dollar bills are all he cares about, and of course giving fans a good show, but it's mostly money. Father Fury tried negotiating with Mike Tyson because that matchup guaranteed a good wallet for him. Come on, a lot of fans are going to want to tune in and watch Iron Mike step out of retirement and step into the ring for one last hurrah. Too bad that one didn't work out. So he turned to Carl Froch. Now, of course, Carl versus John wouldn't have made anything near to what Mike versus John would have. The same goes for Joe versus John. Yeah, it'll be a good fight, but is it a good PPV fight? Not really. Fans would much rather watch world champions fight each other for titles rather than a bunch of retired boxers go up against each other because of internet feuds. This is exactly why John's demanding his money from KSI. The former boxer recently opened up about his struggle with having no money, despite his sons having millions. Yeah, believe it or not, but even John Fury's broke. I bet that makes you feel a tad bit better about yourself. John plays a key role in promoting the fights of both the WBC heavyweight champ, Tyson Fury, and Love Island star turned undefeated pro boxer, Tommy Fury. But before the emergence of both stars, John was a renowned hardman and high-profile traveler who spent time behind bars 3 times. Despite the success and wealth of his millionaire kids, he is adamant that he has no money himself and that he lives in a shed. He told Daily Star Sport, "All I've done in my life has been hard work. I've taken the hard route. I could have done things a lot easier, but probably never had the brains to go down the easy route. I never had the brains to avoid people I should have been avoiding, you know? But I've learned by trial and error." John added, "I've nothing to write home about. I've no money, I live in a shed, I drive a 30-year-old car, I live on rabbit stew, I live on what I kill. I'm the only man in the world who probably spends Christmas in the middle of a wood in the dead of winter with himself and a dog. That's me. I don't want to change. But what I am is a good Christian man. I respect people who respect me. I'm polite." Didn't see that one coming if you ask me, but it's starting to make sense why he's always after money fights. If KSI agrees to pay John what he owes him, then we'll finally be able to see one of his matches, see the light of the day, and maybe he'll be able to move out of his shed. As for Mike Tyson, he's got his eyes set on some bigger things. Iron Mike believes that he can take down world champion Tyson Fury and become the champion instead. Fury is one of the best boxers on the planet and hasn't lost a fight in his professional career. The Gypsy King defeated Deontay Wilder in 2020 to claim the WBC crown. He's since defended the title against Wilder, Dillian Whyte, and Derek Chisora. Next month, he'll go toe-to-toe with WBA, WBO, and IBF heavyweight champion Oleksandr Usyk to determine an undisputed heavyweight champion. The 57-year-old believes that he can take down Fury even at 57 years of age. Now, this guy used to dominate the ring like no other, so these words don't even sound like a stretch coming out of his mouth. The 57-year-old keeps a close eye on the current heavyweight division and believes he knows exactly how to defeat Fury. Usyk, if you're watching this, you know which man to go to before your upcoming fight with Tyson Fury. Mike's gonna let you in on all the secrets of defeating the champion. So what are your thoughts on all the Fury family and Mike Tyson and Joe Egan fiasco? Make sure to let us know in the comments. So there you have it, Fight World. That's all I have for you today. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. I'll be back with more fight news, and until then, peace out.